Episode number 5, Season 2. Today's topic is, what do you prefer, basketball or football? We gearing up to the sports fans today, seeing what's the top preference in sports. So as I get myself together, let's go to get this Q&A together. I'm gonna go green on this one. Yep, I'm gonna go green on this one because we want this one to make a bold statement on which do you prefer, basketball or football. Now, I know we should have a lot of sports fans that may come drop by, give it a visit. So let's go on and put that right over there. Keep it nice and tight. And let's see who's gonna tune in tonight. Episode 5, Season 2. Which do you prefer, basketball or football? Mm, mm, mm. That's a good blast right there. I'm ready. Yeah, we on live. 350 subscribers currently. Um, this channel's definitely gaining some notoriety. For those who joining, welcome. Thank you for joining. Any sports fans in the house? Topic of the day is, which do you prefer, football or basketball? Which one are you looking forward to coming back? And if you're in the football right now, who are some prospects y'all looking at that could potentially win the upcoming Super Bowl? Me, I mean, I like basketball, but I'm more of a football kind of guy myself, though. But, you know, football has changed a lot since I used to be a diehard football fan for sure. Like, the rules has changed. Like, you really can't deliver a massive hit on a player. Say they be hitting
Bless
them
you.
too hard. So, football has changed a lot, but I still like the sport overall, though. So today's question is, which do you prefer, basketball or football? Can we get some hearts for the sports fans? Everybody who watching right now, can we get some hearts in the corner for all the sports fans that could be potentially tuned in right now? Yeah, okay. Hello. I'm currently from Florida. We get some love for Florida. Anybody got love for Florida? We should get some hearts in the corner for Florida. Sports fans, get some. Let's get some likes on the top for the sports fans, though. Preference of the day: basketball or football? Dang, football is probably going to be the winner of this one, but let's not count it out because there is a lot of basketball fans. So I mean, this could go either way, but I'm trying to see where it's gonna go. How many fans we got, and who would be number one, football or basketball? For y'all who is just joining, episode number 5, season 2 of my live broadcast, where I open it up for Q&A conversation live on the channel for everyone to interact with me one on one, and more importantly, have some fun. Because sometimes we all need a little live entertainment. But nonetheless, question of the day: which do you prefer? Can you have Rubik's, Hunter? That's another topic. But for you, why not? Let's get some hearts in the corner for the Rubik's. That one's for you, Hunter. Everyone's included. Basketball or football? Favorite sport? Basketball or football? Even if you want to include soccer, we can classify that as football as well. Because I think you got to specify that. Because, in some countries, soccer is considered football. Not really. Smoking can be bad if you do it too much. You just got to do it at the right amount. But nonetheless, for all the sports fans, basketball or football, what you got? And for those who are just joining, we are discussing live favorite sport or preferable sport, basketball or football. Which one would be your preference? Because I know I got some football fans in here, that's for sure. I don't want to just call y'all out, but I know y'all looking. Get some hearts in the corner for the football fans. If you have some more than 4 times a day, if you keep doing that, you can have lung cancer. Well, I think, that probably could happen over time, but hopefully by then I'll be done. Hopefully my lifestyle would have changed to where, I can live smoke free. But people always say smoking is bad. But people don't really think about all the other stuff that is bad as well though. You know, there's a whole lot of stuff that is just bad for you. Like, do you believe smoking is bad because society tell you, or do you believe it's bad because it's just not something you prefer? Because just like anything can be quit. You know what I'm saying? You can quit anything if you choose to. You know what I'm saying? If you have the will, you can really quit anything. And there is a lot more stuff that happens to people that, is really bad for people. Yeah, alcohol and drugs could be bad. What is the other? Smoking, alcohol, drugs, and other is bad. What is the other? Well, that explains a lot, my friend. That explains a lot. But nonetheless, I hear your concern. But when you get a little older, you'll understand that life could take you down a different path, my friend. But until then, stay golden, okay? But nonetheless, where's the sports fans at? We're getting off topic here. All my sports fans, let's get some hearts in the corner for the sports fans, though. For all the people who are getting ready for the preseason for football. You know what I'm saying? We're in the month of August here, so the preseason is on the way. So are you ready to get the preseason started? If you're ready to get the preseason for football started, you know what I'm saying? Let's get some hearts in the corner. Shout out to Damani because he loves football. And the preseason should be on the way. The draft is coming up soon, I'm sure. A lot of college prospects, you know what I'm saying? I don't really know who is the fan favorite in the college in the college brackets right now, but the draft got to be coming up pretty soon, and there is definitely going to be trying to recruit some new talent. So if you thinking that, you know what I'm saying, which team you think will have the success at getting the winning ingredients that they need to go on and get that Super Bowl championship next year. Because, I mean, at this point right now, like, I actually seen a couple good players play last year. And, you know, the rate is going right now. Mahomes is definitely probably going to go down in history for this newer generation of football. I think Mahomes is going to definitely go down in history, but you know, as they say, only time will tell. Nonetheless, well, we got one for football so far, 1-0. We'll see.
What's the question?
Which do you prefer, basketball or football?
Oh, definitely football.
Yeah, I know it's gonna be some football fans. You know, hopefully we get some hearts in the corner for all the football fans, because I know it's gonna be some football fans that, you know what I'm saying, is ready for the game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I yeah, that's one for that for sure. But that's funny. That's not the question. I would say let me see yours, but you probably ain't got one. Yeah, I guess some kind of things does just happen. You get the random. Let's get some hearts in the corner for the random. Cause I am. I like to play games too, my man.
Ouch.
They just don't come with joysticks, but all my fans, who is a lover of the sport, which one is your preference? Basketball or football? Yeah, they say it'll be another, no other player greater than Michael Jordan. I don't know. I think it's still time though. I think it is. I think it's still time. All records could be broken if you're willing to work at it. I'm trying to break records too with 1 million subscribers, 30 million views. I'm trying to break records too. But I don't know. We're going to see any more sports fans. Okay, TX, 1-1, football and basketball. Who will be the tiebreaker? Who is your favorite team right now, TX? Because I mean, when I used to watch basketball, I think San Antonio. I like the San Antonio back then, though. But shoot, it's a lot of games for basketball, though. Like, versus football, you got 20 weeks at best. Spurs, Lakers, and Golden State. What you think about LeBron going to Philadelphia? Think that's a good move? I mean, I think it's a good move if his son's going to ever have a chance to get his own shine on, though. No? Think he should have stayed with the Lakers? Because, I mean, you know what I'm saying? When you go to work with your daddy, it's hard to, you know what I'm saying? They always talking about your daddy. How you going to ever come into your own? So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you're going to have better luck with Philadelphia. But in one aspect, I will say is that, if his son going to stay with the Lakers, then this will be a moment for him to build a name for himself. Yeah, them all the favorites. Them all of them. LeBron, Kobe. Steph Curry, Jordan. It's like America's top four favorites right there for the basketball. It's like America's top four favorite: LeBron, Kobe, Curry, and Jordan. I only seen one hurt. I'm surprised I ain't see a flood of hurts. Cause I mean, we should have definitely had a lot of hearts for Kobe Bryant though. Cause Kobe Bryant was definitely a phenomenal player. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was moments where Kobe definitely had to take the matters into his own hands to get the win. So, you know what I'm saying? I think it should have been quite a few more hearts in the corner for Kobe Bryant though, because he did. Whether he won or lost, he stayed with the team though, even though other players' contracts expired. He rode his out with LA, just like Jordan rode his out with Chicago. You know what I'm saying? A lot of players don't do that. They need to run around to find success. So, yeah. Hopefully, Curry will be one of the players that do the same for sure. I think they both would have learned from each other though, because they're both, you know what I'm saying, from two different generations, but they put their spin on the game to where I think it would have been the classic of young versus old, and they both would have learned something from each other. Cause yeah, they both, you know what I'm saying, they both brought their own uniqueness to the game for sure. Cause sure, yeah, you definitely got to be a good leader if you really want to be a winner. And both of those guys, they definitely had it for sure. Cause sure, Michael Jordan, he definitely had a unorthodox team, but he made it work though, as well as Kobe. You know what I'm saying? That's the fundamentals of what they say. You got to be able to play well with others. Because sometimes it ain't about being in the front, but it's bringing everybody together is what makes you a winner. Tomorrow, it's the weekend. But we'll get to that on Monday though. Everybody always say stop smoking. It's worse.
What to do with Monday?
I could be, but no, I'm not. I'm not in Australia, but shout out to Australia though. I heard it's hot in Australia. Heard it does get warm down there in the down under, as they say. But it do it seem like you got to do a lot to make it work. My man said not that hot, but real, but still really hot. I mean, yeah, cause I mean anything over 100 is hot though. Like I'm just gonna keep it real. Once they get in triple digits, it is definitely considered hot. The animals are crazy. I bet they is. Drop bears and hoop snakes. Yikes. They just dangling from the tree, ready to pounce. Yeah, shout out to Australia and them crazy animals. Cause yeah, nah. Sound like you need to be in the tourist part. Don't be in the jungle part. I mean, that's a good question. Is it a tourist part in Australia? Cause like when you book your trip to Australia, what part of Australia do you go to? Cause see, yeah, you can't just say wake up in the morning and be like, yeah, let's go to Australia. QLD is the best, and yet definitely good for tourists. Yeah, I mean, you have to do some research on that because I mean, you can't just be dropping in. The stuff is different now, man. Like, everybody ain't as welcoming as we like to think anymore. But nonetheless, QLD is the best in Australia. So if you ever been to QLD, let's get some hearts in the cost a lot though. Hey, we probably ain't gonna get no hearts in the corner for that, but shout out to Australia and the QLD. Say it costs a lot though to slide up in there, man. But hey, if you got it, you should go. You only live once. Cause see, that's what keeps people from going places. They always talk about it costs a lot. I think really, you know what I'm saying, need to manage better to where you can time it out and then it won't cost a lot because you would already be paying towards the cost earlier. So by the time you get ready to make the trip, it don't really cost that much. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get your base costs up front. So if you planning to make a move, you need 10 G's, you need to start saving up for 10 G's so you can get things in place. So, you know what I'm saying? Because it costs a lot. That's what always gonna hold people back. If I'm just gonna go on and keep it real with y'all, like, you know what I'm saying, for real, just living life and really understanding economics, that phrase right there, that it costs a lot, is always gonna hold people back. Am I in the US? Close, absolutely. But nonetheless, you know what I'm saying, you don't want your last words on this earth to be that it costs a lot. So I think we should focus on strategizing better to minimize the costs throughout time and put more dollars towards the interest to cover the principal so it doesn't cost a lot when you want to make a move. That's my personal opinion, guys. Cause yeah, That phrase will always hold us back if we let it. Because it does. It affects everything. It affects what we buy, you know what I'm saying? And saying gas costs a lot, it affects how far we going to go. I mean, if we manage to squeeze money out for other things, I think, you know what I'm saying, we should be able to afford to treat ourselves to a couple extra dollars as well, right? It's towards you, you know what I'm saying? You're investing in you, you know what I'm saying? You want to go on a vacation, can't be talking about it costs a lot. You got to actually round up that cost and come up with a strategy on how to pay it so you can make a move like that. Cause shoot, if you can go to Australia, my man TX say go to QLD, but he say it costs a lot though. So what's the base cost that will get you from say the U.S. to the QLD in Australia? What would you say the base cost would be? Because now I'm invested. I would like to know. Was my favorite football team? Well, it used to be the Indianapolis Colts back in the day when Peyton Manning played. And then I liked the Patriots one time Brady was over there. But who I would say is a winning team today is the Kansas City Chiefs. But they got competition with Philadelphia, though. Maybe like 600. Man, including hotel and a car, 600. Yeah, that ain't, man, that's straight. I'm thinking you about to say 4,000. You talking about 600. Oh, man. That's a good vacation. If you could go on vacation for $600 with a hotel and a car, man, what? Hmm. Might have to see how much it costs to get from here to there, though. Yeah, it's definitely probably more. But 600 is fair for maybe 2 days or so with a motel and a car. But see, if you come down there, though, you got to be there more than 2 days, though. You at least got to say you was in Australia for 5 days, though, and you got to see some stuff. Like, you can't just take a trip down under and not have no footage, no pictures. You know what I'm saying? You at the water fountain throwing up the peace sign. Like you have to really just be able to tell people, yeah, I was in Australia. So I'm thinking they probably had to add 1,000 to that 600 to really feel like he was in Australia though. But sure, if I get my bread up, I will come to Australia. I know I was on vacation, I'm sure, because we'll be watching out for kangaroos and all kinds of stuff that just roam around naturally there. Because, They keep those kind of animals in captivity. 1,500. I mean, that ain't bad though. So 2,100 would basically be like the base. That's just for the flight. I mean, that's that's where I figured the bulk of the cost would be though, because you would have to fly there. But for 1,500, how long is the flight? Because if you're gonna be on the plane, that's a good way to be on the plane though. It's lots of wildlife. I believe it. But I bet you they make a mean steak down there though. Who got the best steak in town down there? I bet you in Australia, I bet you they make a mean steak. Probably got some primo cuts down there in Australia. I ain't gonna even front. But none the least. Okay, so 1,500 for the flight, and you got 600 that possibly get you a couple days, but you'll want to plan for 5 days at least. So I'm gonna say about 3,000 would be the base that you would need to, you know what I'm saying, make a 5 day run to Australia. But then you got to think about the return though, because this could be one way, you see. All right, Peace TX giving us a little insight on how long it will take for you to get from here to Australia.
Oh, how long?
It's a 15-hour flight.
15. Okay. That's not bad. Okay.
I mean, on a plane, it's definitely not. It's not at all. You know what I'm saying? 15-hour flight, and it's about 1,500.
Hmm.
And then they throw out 600. So I mean, I'm thinking there's got to be like one way though. So you probably need to double all of this to make sure you get back.
Mm.
So yeah, about give or take 6,000. That's
Mm-hmm.
what it will take to get you to Australia and back. But really, then you're gonna need about 2,000 just to enjoy the time being there because you don't know nothing about nothing. So you gotta eat and you're gonna want to rendezvous. So, cause I mean, you're in Australia, you ain't never been there before, so you trying all kinds of stuff that you never tried before. And yeah, I could see that being like really expensive because I mean, whew. But if you can afford it, don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because you only live once. But back on the topic though, sports fans, anybody, favorite, what is your preference? Are you excited about the preseason coming up soon? Basketball, football. My man got me thrown off. He was like, have you ever been to Australia? I'm finna get up out of here though while I can. Till next time, catch you later.